What is the difference between this indigo and this indigo? That's a commonly asked question that I get a lot. People are wondering, like, why are there two different indigos and how do I even choose? Does one have chemicals or additives in it? Like, what makes it different? And then which one is going to color my grays better? This is called indigo for hair, and this is our organic indigo for hair. Let's get into the differences and we do when we're trying to choose, the right indigo to get the best coverage for our hair, right? Right. In this video, I'm gonna go through each of these indigos, like in the mixing process, and we're gonna go through all the little details, all the steps and everything that you need to know about these indigos and what makes them the right choice for you and your hair. First off, I'm gonna share a little bit of information, and I wanna say welcome to the Hennasooq channel. My name is Khadija. I'm the owner and founder of this beautiful brand, Hennasooq, and I'm a leading henna hair care expert and also specialize in Ayurvedic hair care. And I do gorgeous body art, of course. On the side, nothing serious. So anyhow, our indigo and our organic indigo. How in the world do you choose? So, like we have different henna powders, we have each of those for a reason. You're looking for a certain type of outcome. And what we have noticed is that sometimes the quality from different farms, like the henna powders we carry, the different indigos can be a little different and have like a slightly higher dye content. It depends on the batch, crop, that season. So those are some of the things that factor into why some of these will be a little different. If you're looking for like reddish brown and more brown tones, with your henna powder, when you're mixing it, you're probably gonna choose the organic indigo. And this one does cover grays as well, like a standard go-to organically certified indigo powder. So you would choose that for that reason. Now, if you have really stubborn grays and resistant hair and it's really hard to color, you definitely want to be using the indigo for hair. And this is also really good to use with your henna when you want like a dark brown or even up to black tone. So it also has a richer like dye deposit as well. So that's why the main reason why you would choose between the other. But let's get into how to use these and mix them and get the best results for your hair. And I'm going to give you some tips and show you while I'm mixing it what you can expect. Isn't this so cute? It's actually a traditional wooden Chinese hairbrush that I got from China. I love it from my friends in China. Thank you. Indigo mixing recipe. 2 bowls right here, and I have warm to hot distilled water. Remember, it's never cold, never boiling. How can we even see the difference between these indigos? I mean, they basically almost look the same, right? So I would definitely suggest you do not mix up your packages indigo. I'm gonna put 2 heaping tablespoons right here. I love these packages because they're resealable. Keeps your herbs fresh. Oh yes, very, very, very fresh. All right, now we got our indigo for hair. Of course, the packaging looks quite different. That's one way to, see that there's a difference. 2 more big tablespoons. All right, maybe a little tiny bit more. All right, so the packages are different as well. This is one of the brand new designs for the indigo for hair that we have. So gorgeous, absolutely love it. And did you guys know on the new packaging, there is a QR code right here in the back of the package. Please use that QR code, just use your phone and then scan that QR code. Or if you have a QR reader like app, use that. This will bring you to like more instructions and videos because we can only fit but so much on the back of the packages. It's just like, we can't get as much information as we really would like, to be honest. So the QR codes help a lot, and especially if you're hands-on and you want to see videos, that helps a lot. Just note that the organic indigo, this is our old design. This is our old logo. You can see like the differences here. Very different design when we updated the website and all the packaging. We're slowly transitioning still out of the old package. We still have some of these older ones because we do big prints, so we're still going through them. It doesn't mean that the product is not fresh, because if you look at the back, all the dates are on the back of our packages. This is all fresh henna, fresh Ayurvedic herbs. We always focus on that, and you will see the date on the back of the package, the batch, and then the expiration. So you'll have that there all the time. But eventually, when we no longer have these pouches left, we are going to be reprinting new ones that are like in a gorgeous design. So I can't wait for you guys to see them. So they're really so beautiful. Back to our indigo mixing. So as we can see here, they are the same color. This is the same shade of green. The thing with henna, what's different is that the color of the powders can sometimes be slightly different. And remember, it doesn't mean, like the colors of the powders don't mean something's really inferior per se, but the varieties and where they grow, of course, are different in these different regions, right? So that's why there may be variables in the color. You know, the only thing that's really sign of like it not being so good or not as fresh is like it kind of gets like a little bit dull, you know, exposed to the air and everything like that. So that's what sometimes can happen. And these indigos actually smell the same. Yes, like frozen peas. So you either love the smell or you hate the smell. Maybe you're in between, I'm not really sure, but I think it's like a love-hate relationship when it comes to indigo, when it comes to the scent. So for me personally, I do not really like the smell of indigo. It's not, I love henna and I love all the herbs, but the indigo, I don't know, something about it is just strong. So what I do is I add one of our essential oils after dye release or after I've mixed it with henna, depending on how I'm using it. But once it's fully ready, then I add in essential oils typically. So at the very end, you can add your favorite essential oils. It's only a few drops. It's not gonna affect the color of the dye. 3 to 5 drops. Your indigo and your whole henna recipe smell absolutely amazing. Yes, so what we got over here, we got our warm to hot distilled water. Never boiling, never cold. And I add in a little at a time. Another thing with indigo, it's kind of like floats. You see how the powder floats? So you really kind of gotta mix it differently than henna, meaning be kind of patient with allowing it time to like absorb, because it just keeps floating. Like activated to mix, you see that? Then it's getting together really, really, really nicely. A little bit of liquid at a time, guys. Don't rush the amount of liquid that you're adding because it'll get too runny. Mix your indigo thick because again, it's something that, like when I say thick, by the way, not super thick, just like thick enough that you can apply it and it's not dripping per se. Kind of like thick, full fat yogurt, kind of like this. This would be good, a good consistency. This is a good thickness. It's pretty, it's like a paste, like toothpaste almost. And then I'm gonna mix up the other indigo, the indigo for hair. Everything is looking the same. You're mixing it, letting it sit for 20 to 30 minutes. That part does not change between the indigos. They have the same amount of dye release. They are both natural. One is organically certified. The other one is natural indigo for hair. We do not purchase herbs that are having like exposure to metallic salts or additives. Really check into every single crop and batch to ensure that it's not exposed any of that heavy metals, you know, make sure like no pesticides used. They're all naturals. It's just they come from different farms and they have a different yield, different dye content naturally. Now that are gonna let it sit, we're gonna come back to it in about 20-30 minutes and let's see, will it still look the same? I mean, so far it kind of looks the same. It does. They're both very creamy and smooth. All right, we're back. The indigo has reached dye release. Do you guys see any differences? I kind of feel like I do. I don't know. What about you guys? What do you think? They're kind of both metallically like, you know, and whatnot, but I feel like the organic indigo is kind of still like holding on to some of that greenish kind of tone. Because look at the edges here along the bowls. I don't know if it's because it's thinner or thicker. It just seems like it's, I don't know, something about it just seems a little different. Move back the paste and show the dye release of the indigo. This is the organic indigo. Okay, look at that one. The indigo for hair. That one. I mean, they kind of look the same. Don't get them mixed up. You know, use one or the other. You don't need both. So this is what it looks like. The dye release, okay, it's been achieved and it's ready to use. This is when you're gonna use it. Either you're gonna be mixing it with your henna to make, you know, reddish brown and up to dark brown tones, or you're going to be using it after you've already used henna in a 2-step process to get black tones or even dark brown. Remember, we have a lot of videos on how to get the right color using henna and indigo and gray coverage, especially stubborn grays. Got a lot of videos on that, so you definitely got to check them out. I hope this was helpful, you know, the organic indigo and the indigo for hair. Those are the main differences between indigo for hair and the organic indigo. I hope this video was really helpful for you. Let me know in the comments below which one will you be choosing and why. And then how has indigo, been working out for you? If you have other questions about indigo, please let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer. And also, I have a lot of things that I post on our community part of our page. So you don't want to miss out on all those behind the scenes and the hair care journeys and everything that we have going on, especially at the salon and the events that we have coming up. You should come join us and come see me in Columbia, Maryland. You know how many people watch the videos and say, hey, I saw you on YouTube? And they're like, they came in, I mean, it kind of makes me feel like super good, you know, like really good about myself and stuff. So I really appreciate you guys. You really make my whole day. So please subscribe, hit the notification, and you know, I just appreciate your trust in our brand and for your support. And I love you guys so much. Take care, I'll see you next time. Bye.